He'll start the return inside his 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Takes a handoff. It's Cobb. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Might be calling a hot route. But there's a crease. The 40. At the 30. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
And he puts through the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Looking for room, it's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Jackson. Pick up of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
And the Vols can really attack on this 2nd and short. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's just kind of the people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
And he can make things happen, too. It's so important now. You see this all the time in college football. Running back by committee. This team has a lot of talent. They are a loaded backfield, and it's good to see this backup now getting some run in this game.
We've reached a break, and Miami is holding onto the lead as we get a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. On the ground, it's Jackson. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Makes the catch. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up fourth and short. And you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
Going for the marker on the ground. There's some room. Running inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And I absolutely love this, man. I love offenses that stay aggressive. Like, yes, you could have kicked the field goal. Obviously, the longer the field goals get, man, the least amount of percentages you make. Stay aggressive. Keep it in your offensive hands. And I love the physicality up front on that fourth down.
But defense, we have got to find a way to get that guy on the ground. That is poor tackling. It's poor run defense. It's one thing in that situation to give up a first down, fine. You can't let him take it to the house. For an explosive run like that, that is a backbreaker if you're on defense.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air on first down. They're working that left side. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Running inside, it's Cobb. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout.
And nice job by this defense, really being physical at the point of the attack. There's not a lot of holes, man. They run the ball on back-to-back plays, aggressive linebackers playing downhill. Nice job by the D-line, owning the line of scrimmage. And now they got them in a situation where this is where they want them. Third and long, guaranteed passing situation.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come-to-Jesus with their defensive coordinator.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Six-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Run in the red zone, it's Jackson. Maybe a crease. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Takes the handoff. It's Charles. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Scanning the field, it's Fifita. Stepping to the right. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
The lone back's got it. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Just feeds the running back. Plows through the defense. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll leave it with him. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. And the Hurricanes will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Fifita. Pressure coming. And it's a sack.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man on the outside. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball, close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They kick it away on 4th down. Wants to bring it back. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Gets it out fast. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Here's a heat. He fires a bullet to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets it past the sticks, slides to avoid the hit, and the drive stays alive with a 4th down conversion.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And what an awesome response from the defense. You give up a huge play the play before, and what do you come back? You come back and you get pressure on the quarterback, and you get him on the ground before he can make another big play.
Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
You know, when you talk to quarterback coaches, they oftentimes say, my goal for my guy is to complete 65 to 70% of his throws. That has not been the case for this guy. He is under 33% throwing it in this game. That's the reason, guys, why they're losing.
There's a little room there. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 3rd down.
He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. From the red zone, it's Cobb. Good, solid tackle. The Canes are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. To throw, it's Fafita. Fires to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
And listen, obviously, this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, no, the ball popped out. And what a break to get that football back. At this juncture, that would have been catastrophe. The Volunteers will call first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down and run. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. The run inside. It's Skinner. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. He'll take it himself. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's third and goal. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The Vols will now use their final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And the defense gave up some yards late in the game, but when it mattered most, when the offense had a chance to go in here and take the lead late in this football game, they absolutely closed the door, get the INT, and get the ball back to their offense.
Using his legs, it's Jackson. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Rides to the back. Shakes off the defender. He goes out of bounds on a good, tough run to give them a little breathing room.
Well, a lot of bad things happening on that play if you're on offense because, one, you lost yards, but two, you ran out of bounds. You've got the lead. You want to bleed this clock. It's one thing to lose yards, but stay in bounds. Just go down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He leaves it with the back. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Smashes through the tackle. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Skinner. Timeout is called with just a single second left. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. And with a single second left, a field goal attempt to try to get another chance. Needed a little more rotational power to bang that one through the uprights, and he couldn't quite get it there. And the Nittany Lions ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Great starting point, takes it inside his own 25. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. Quarterback may change this route. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being...
Going to throw it over the top of the D. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And if I'm an offense, I'm trying to find those matchups and trying to find those ways I can hit deep shots down the field. And they highlight the tight end on this play, but the defense was so good. Not scared of the big fella, goes up and gets the ball on the ground.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
He's got an open man. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Nittany Lions peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Makes a grab and room to run. He'll step out of bounds at the 11. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Knocked down for the tackle. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback keeps it. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he added the extra point. Makes the catch inside his 30 and looking for room. Boy, he wasn't far from taking that one a long way as they get him stopped on the return at the 45. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success.
Could be an alley. The 20. Inside the tag. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Canes! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he made the extra point without problem. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a one-yard plunge. Guess that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Throws it deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Taylor wants to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Calls his own number. Got a little grass. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time, and he can throw so many options, but you just see the speed when he hits the gas, and it is really nice.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 39-yard run to the house. On the run from inside his 25. He'll go out of bounds at the 43-yard line, but a terrific return sets up the offense. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
On the move. Makes him talk to the hand. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you
He's loose on the left. He is in. Touchdown, Hurricane.
It's so nice to as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch? How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking to pass. It's Rayner. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to fire. Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their third possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete. But if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Quarterback will keep it. He was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. So Miami signals for a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Got a little time here. Might be changing the route. Crank up this drive with the pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The line in the hurry up.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in to get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Makes the catch. Getting behind those. The stiff arm to get out to the 20. And while that last pass was complete, it's left them in an even worse situation on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing, lighting up the board. And then all of a sudden on this...
Guys, look. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, look at that. Throws for the tie. Slams, powers through another one. Down, but not before he picks up the first. The gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the and indigent to get it back.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but these thoroughbred because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Throwing right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Hurricanes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Cobb. Jukes his way for more. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight.
And the ball comes out close to the goal line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Great job by this defense, not getting down, not quitting. They gave up some yards. The offense got in the red zone, but the most important part of the field, they came up big, forces the fumble, and get the touchback.
Oh, he's got a chance. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking for a man. It's Rayner. Gonna take a shot. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive. And he should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
Look out, he's got room. There he goes. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Across the 15. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. And the Canes have it in scoring position on first and goal. This is a designed run. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, Miami! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
The Canes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Looking to throw, it's Rayner. Slings it. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Looking for more room. The pick six. He picks.
the 25-yard line.
This defense has got to play better up front, in particular on first down. This offense continues to just gain yards on first down, churning out 4, 5, 6 yards, and staying out of obvious pass situations. This defensive line has got to start running their up front.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Looks like Boston College will have the first down.
These are the type of run plays that can build into, doesn't look like much, right? It's second down, you move the chains, that's all great. That's the exact type of run that you can play off of later in the play action pass and get those.
Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
Well, this is exactly what you need to do on day. Quarterback out of those long yardage passing situations. The run game is doing a good yards.
And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
The rhythm that this offense is going to continue to build on this success. Now, after running the football on second, you can start to get the action pass. I really love what they're doing here.
They're on the move here. So now Miami moves their first timeout. Now left with 2 of them. Offensive line getting set. First down. Quick pass. Here he goes. Crosses the 10. And finally tackle and play in that completion. An explosive play for this pass. Set up.
Now that you got to put this ball into the end zone, remember as a quarterback, you got to think touchdown, check down. Be aggressive with the football down the field, but if it's not there, check it down and continue to move forward. You got to be safe with this ball, not put it in harm's way.
Boston College lines up 1st and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. Muscles in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles. And they'll set up for the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Dropping back, it's Rayner. The receiver grabs it. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Such a good start to this drive. After the defense gave up the touchdown, the offense needs to get things started with an easy completion, a nice little gain, and now they've got something going.
So a solid gain of 8 sets him up 2nd and 2, really opens up the offensive playbook here. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Handoff heading left. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Yeah, Chris, this is exactly what this coaching staff said they wanted to do, was establish the run game, and they've been able to do that. Gains of 5, gains of 6. time and time again. They're doing a great job up front, there's no doubt, and now the entire playbook is going to be at their disposal.
Getting set. Here's second down. Looking for a man. Fires it to the wideout. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This group is just not on the same page right now. The timing, something about this offense seems off, and clearly the quarterback is feeling that.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Handoff here from the shotgun.
Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out.
Boston College has the lead here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period.
Stopping the run is about being sound fundamentally and schematically. You got to be where you're supposed to be in your gap, but then you got to fight. And this defense is fighting off blocks, making tackles. They're doing a really nice job.
So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Fourth down, he's throwing for it.
They can't connect to costly turnover on downs.
The decision to go for it doesn't pan out.
Well, they told us they were going to be aggressive, but man, this is super aggressive here on offense, going for it on your side of the 50, and this is going to lead directly to a scoring opportunity for the opposition. If you're going to go for it in this situation, you better have something up your sleeve where you know you can convert, but they don't, and the ball's going the other way.
And they'll give it to the back. Breaking tackles. Physical run.
Chris, there are some players that when they have the ball in their hands, they just be, and that's this guy. He's always, and here he's able to get extra yards after.
And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
I've always been a big believer that this defense is front to back and inside out. There is nowhere to go in the middle of this field right now. They're doing a great job of not allowing that offensive line to gain traction at the line of scrimmage. The field stop right there, really nowhere to go in the middle.
Offense getting set. Second play here. From the shotgun, drops back, looking complete to the tight end. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We'll see if the offense here can build on this lead before the break. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Quick throw complete to the tight end.
Look out, he's got space ahead.
Touchdown, Boston College. Great connection there for 6 points. Now they line up to kick the extra point. The lead is 14. Here's the first play of the drive now. 20-yard line. Lets it go quickly. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. That's a first down.
That's a good first downs within the series. They're so established momentum, and now you've got to take that momentum and carry it with you. Try to get this ball down the field and go get points on this series.
First down. Looking to throw the football.
Looking deep to the right side.
Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
You know, it's great if you hit these shots down the field early in the game, but they really serve two purposes. One, yes, you're trying to connect, but two, you're also keeping the defense honest. They cannot inch up near the line of scrimmage to stop the run. Now this should...
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Breaks into the open. They finally bring him down, but what a return.
It's in the game.
Go Rams, hotty toddy.
the Hurricanes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. A special teams miscue right off the bat, and they'll take over in really good field position. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Running inside, it's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Motion from the back. He'll try it again. Runs through the... And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. To throw, it's Rayner. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. They'll run the counter. Makes it past the marker. Here's a little room there. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. Run in the red zone, it's Jackson. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain, and I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
I love the 3rd down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on 3rd down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The 50. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Takes it all the way inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9-yard line, and they turn in a huge chunk play.
And defenses are way less concerned with yards nowadays. It's being great in the red zone, and boy, did they come up big. They create the turnover, return the INT all the way down the field, and set their offense up now with the red zone opportunity.
The Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Now the play fake. And get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Tosses it incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Rayner. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And that is how you get it done. Third down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on third down?
Timeout. Their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And they'll send out. The kicker will try to punch one through from. The field goal is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
Sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
This should be the last play of the quarter. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The snarrow. Got the quick pass. They get it on the ground, and with that, they'll head quarter. The offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. And the Canes with myriad options for that big pickup on first down. Run inside. It's Jackson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Wow, the Canes are known for big, tough, physical running is part of it, too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality.
Give them a 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first down. First and 15 here. Looking to throw, it's Rayner. It's Jackson. They make the stop, but not before he need to move the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
To give on the counter. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
This third down a little longer after that penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Rifles it down the middle. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Complete. Plows through the defense. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Rayner. Fires to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing it.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll get this drive started from the 29. Back adjusting the pattern. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking for space. It's Jackson. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to run for it. There he goes. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. He's at the 10. Caught Miami. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on running the football, and they were up against it a little bit there in the first quarter. Not a lot of explosive run plays, but here in the second, they finally pop one. And they know it's just a matter of time with this guy. He's ready to hit the home run with his game-breaking speed. And after that long touchdown run, this offense finally on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Back to throw, it's Rayner. Dumps it off in the flats. Powers through the defender. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design, it's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And I think there's a difference between aggressiveness and recklessness. You're backed up, man. You're going to take shots right now, force the ball into coverage. The defense makes the pick. And how about this? In scoring position, very little time on the clock. Got a chance to put some points on the board before you go into the half.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They get the time. Just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. They love nothing better than ball here before the break. He'll try to put three ball. It's good. And the field is halftime. Ready to start the second half. He takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out. Offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. If it's working. Oh, got some space. The 30. He's at the 20.
Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him. Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would do. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give people do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage to get down there and make the stop for the 19. So here comes the Buckeye offense. After giving up a score, now it's incumbent on this offense trying to get a back and forth going, Jesse.
Point on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet. I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Justin, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I was seeing them to get a lot.
Now they even more to 31 and a first set of downs.
And I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice offense.
43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
That's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execute. Receiver creating separation and beautiful throw. Target.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the pass is incomplete.
You can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. Late in the third quarter, they're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
It's into the open. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he was just a little bit short.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football. That guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
And we knew the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good on running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys getting to the football, making plays, this line-bashing attack that they usually hate.
He'll toss it. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Rayner. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. And they can't make the connection. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because